Hi, my name is Kailyn.
And I'm Ashley.
And we are speaking on
Church modes. So, as you can see on the slide, there are 8 different types of church modes. And you can see they're listed by number and by Greek name. So, they were referred to simply by their numbers in medieval treatises and liturgical books. However, in modern textbooks, the church modes are referred to by their Greek names that are listed there. So mode number 1 is Dorian, 2 Hypodorian, 3 Phrygian, 4 Hypophrygian, 5 Lydian, 6 Hypolydian, 7 Mixolydian, and 8 Hypomixolydian. So you may have noticed that every 2 of them have very similar names. So for example, number 1 is Dorian, number 2 they just add a hypo and it becomes Hypodorian. And the reason they did that is because at one point there was a confusion. They all had random names, and one time one was called the wrong name, and so then in order to prevent further confusion, they decided to go with this new system of doubling them up.
In the 11th century, modes were an essential component to the curriculum for the church musicians. Modes can be understood today similarly to how we understand scales. They are differentiated by the arrangement of whole and half steps in relation to the final.
The final is the main note in the mode and is also usually the last note in its melody. So this will maybe kind of confusing right now, but I promise it will make more sense when we show you visual examples in class.
Authentic modes, or the odd numbers, typically cover the range of steps below the final to another octave above it. Plagal modes, even numbers, paired with the previous authentic mode, has the same final as its paired authentic mode, but it is in a deeper range, moving from the 4th or 5th below the final to the 5th or 6th above. Each authentic mode has a corresponding plagal mode, and they share relationships as shown on slide. And a side note, corresponding authentic and plagal modes share the same final note.
So besides the final note, the tenor is another characteristic tone in each mode. So in authentic modes, the tenor note is a 5th above the final note, and in plagal modes, the tenor is a 3rd below the tenor of its corresponding authentic mode. Unlike the final, the tenor note is not consistent between corresponding authentic and plagal modes. So to sum it up, this system was basically the first attempt to make sense of the relationships between the notes that people were already hearing in the music they were listening to in the 11th century.
And today we have a similar system to what the early church set up. So thank you, early church, for organizing musicians' thoughts into what we have today.
Bye.
Bye.